And hey, this is a fun one. So Snow Guard on 1 guarantees that we have Wiccan active on 4 because we're a domino deck. Guaranteed until Ben Burns steps in. Guaranteed, eh, Hogland? Ben takes that as a personal challenge.
What are the odds?
What are the odds? My bear is hungry, and the only thing that can satisfy it is more tacos. Hamby, I don't know what you were listening to, but I just referenced a number of different artists, and none of them were him. A lot of things over there. Nice, Wiccan. Good slide, good slide. So one of these is the chimichanga, and then the other one is... Okay. All right, and now I get to go ahead and Snow Guard Hawk this turn, which will turn off Ant Maze so they don't get to use it. I think we'll soak up 3 with Sunspot here, make She-Hulk a little bit cheaper for next turn, and then we'll have 8 energy on the last turn thanks to Wiccan. We'll be able to She-Hulk plus Enchantress. Like a pretty slick first game for us so far. Warlock doing exactly what he's done in basically every other deck I've played him in so far. And that's stone cold nothing by showing up too late. All right, they have 10 energy on this last turn. I think I want to go She-Hulk, Luna, Ham, and then we could soak one as well. I think it's this. I think it's this. 18, 19, 7. Be pretty surprised if they played Shang out. Usually Wiccan decks don't play that card. They usually put the more proactive tech cards. Ghost Rider's possible. Play around Arrow. I mean, I suppose playing around Arrow is free, but... Oh my goodness! It's a massacre! Wow, almost won the gore path too. Just for reference 2099, if you haven't been keeping up on the metagame, there are tech-based Wiccan decks, but the tech cards that they play usually aren't things like Shang. So the tech cards that are in the typical output range of Wiccan decks like the opponent are Red Guardian, Mobius, First Steps, Enchantress, and Stardust. Realistically, you shouldn't be playing around things like Shang-Chi and Shadow King unless you've already seen them in your Conquest game. They want ones that they can play out proactively for stat lines to keep their Wiccan active. Yeah, Cosmic, what's his name? As an old, now new player, could someone explain to me why I would want to play Luna Snow? I don't understand the benefit. You don't understand how a symmetrical effect can be better for you than your opponent? So Luna Snow is a very classical deck building puzzle slash thing. You're giving a positive effect to both players, and then you are constructing your deck in a way where you get to gain the advantage from that positive effect more efficiently than your opponent does. She also has a pretty okay stat line for her energy cost, being a 3/6. Yeah, maybe you're missing that she gives both players an ice cube. It's gonna be a solid turn for us. Goodbye, Deadpool. Less pool, more dead. Oh man, and Venom gets a tummy ache for beating the negative power one. It's a shame. Wow, not only did neither of those go right, so I get to win with my Galactus, but they also both went center, so they can't eat them this turn. That's a fun Venom split. The Wakandan border effect like this is a real good one. We parked their null. I guess they could play here. Yeah, I guess Zola Venom could be scary. Get Shang tier, maybe? Weird. Galactus Percep's doing his best impression. He was a big boy there. He's pretty good with 4 power domino. Oh, by the way, for the Pokemon Pocket enjoyers, data mines or leaks or whatever say that rare candy is going to be the crown rare for the reprint set they have coming out here soon. So for the low price of around 800 USD, you can have 2 gold-plated copies of digital rare candy. And you gotta make sure you spend that money in 30 days. Limited time. It does also have full art 2-star oaks, but the full art 2-star oaks are a deal. They're only 200 bucks a copy. It's so funny to me how many people melted down over Marvel Snap having $50 and $100 bundles and like happily jump ship to Pocket.
Always lucky.
We'll slide Warlock in over there. Low price. You keep saying that word, but I do not think it means what you think it means. I think we're probably cooked here. The zoo deck getting free squirrels. Definitely good for them. Oh, that's a good call, Derek. I should have played Ham on 1 because I could Sunspot on 5 to soak. Yeah, because I can't use Ham if I use it this turn. That's a really good call out. Hey Jeff, I haven't played Snap since Berlin release, and I heard they added a welcome back package. What's the state of the game like at the moment? I think Marvel Snap is genuinely the best game it's ever been. I think from a gameplay perspective, it's literally never been better, and from an economy perspective, it's also literally never been better. I think Snap really hit their balance stride in the last 6 months or so. As someone who just came back, I agree. I hadn't played for a year or more till last week, and I'm still doing well with the cards that I had. Genuinely, any deck you were playing that was competitive previously, you can jump right back in and keep playing again. So this is at most 3 points, whereas this is +6. How badly do I lose to Gilgamesh here? Pretty badly. I'm gonna go to 22, 11, 13. Gilgamesh for them is gonna be 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We're very dead to Gilgachad. Well, I can soak for extra breaker. That's true. So I can do this and then soak an extra 3. Is Gilga ongoing? No, he's always been on reveal. Yeah. We knew that was coming. GG. Forgot to factor in the vision buffs here too. Hey, Johnny Drama, thank you for the 3/4 of a year. I appreciate that. Welcome back. They have a electric avatar. Do you think my sunspot's in danger? What's interesting that they're playing Sunspot as well. Uh-huh.
Right on time.
Well, I'm definitely doing this. Then I think I'm soaking and then playing She-Hulk next turn, probably. I don't want to burn the Enchantress just for tempo, because they have a ton of ongoings. They're probably a blue Marvel deck on top of Khazar and... what's her name? That's gonna be Vision on the right. Oh, just Marvel, sure. Why not play Galactus First Steps? Why should I play Galactus First Steps? What's the upside to committing it this early? Instead of me telling you why not, tell me why. I could Warlock this turn and then pass on 4 for this and this. I kind of like that, actually. Did I do this now so I can tag the Ant-Man? And then we pass on 5? Probably. Rip. Pun Sunspot because of Enchantress. If I hit Sunspot and don't commit to here, if I'm Enchantressing here, I'm gonna have a hard time winning another path, yeah? I don't think I want to Enchantress left on 5 gamers. I think I want to Enchantress the blue Marvel. If I Enchantress the blue Marvel, the left side loses 4 anyways, right? And it impacts the rest of the board as well. Alright, so they're gonna go up 2 over here to 21, down 4 to 17. And then we're gonna gain 3, and then we're gonna add 18 over here, plus another 3, and then we're gonna take 3 away from them as well. Do I lose to a Khazar? I might lose to a Khazar. Don't lose to that one. Does Agony cause the on reveal to reapply? It does not. No, it just merges in. You're thinking specifically of Symbiote Spider-Man, which explicitly says it re-triggers on reveals when it happens. That's part of that card's rule text, not Well, that's sad. We're so likely to have a 1-drop on 1 in this deck too. It's like upwards of 90%.
What are the odds?
Yeah, we're 90% to have a 1-drop on 1 in this deck. You want to punch Surge? I don't think so. I think I'm gonna do this and hope to tag First Steps with one of these reductions and then Galactus into the Vats on 5. Alright, come right for me, Vision. Rip. So their Gilgamesh isn't that big. He can have like 2 points from Vision, and then he has 2 points otherwise, so he could be 13. Which would get them to 29 on the left. I think it's just this. Ant-Man plus Gilgamesh could win the right is a kink. I guess if I did these two here, it takes me to 29, and then that ties Gilgamesh. It loses to Gilgamesh plus Soak. But I guess a Sunspot here beats Gilgamesh plus Soak. I'm gonna do this. Because playing for here gives me 2 more points here because my Herald for this one is over here. Yeah, I like this, I think. Victory. This deck's sweet. This might be the least bad Warlock deck I've played to date. Low bar that we're managing to clear. Is there currently a viable Airship deck? You should subscribe to Hoglandia Snap on YouTube and ring that bell, gamer. Or is an Airship deck in the next roundup that posted on Sunday? Did our opponent leave now that they're 2-6? So playing Snow Guard on 1 here under most circumstances means that Wiccan's going to be active, so we'll have Domino for 2 and then one of the Snow Guard animals for 3. The probable best deck for Warlock being half tech cards isn't a good sign for the card. My deck's half tech cards? I'm going to give you a break so you can learn to count. Two being half of 12 is news to me. The Viv Vision into Castle Blackstone. Might let them run away with this here, especially because they played Ham there in the dark. And they hit my Wicked with the Ham to boot. A lot of good variance here for them. Two is half of 12, the other half is 1. That's true, you know. That's just the facts with Twitch chat. 2 is half of 12, the other half is 1. Lukewarm take, and maybe this is splitting hairs. But I actually don't consider Ham to be a tech card. Yeah, Ham is an interactive card, but tech cards and interactive cards are not strictly the same thing. Most tech cards are interactive, but Ham's interaction is fairly generic, is the distinction. You're not putting Ham in your deck to target a specific deck. It's just generically disruptive against other people playing Marvel Snap. Yes, agree with that. Comparable as if you try and call like Iceman a tech card. It's definitely an interactive card, but it's not a tech card. Are we dead here? I think we're dead. Oh, maybe not. Their play's real bad. I forgot. I don't actually know how many points we have. No, we're dead. Yeah, we're dead. Still dead. Close. Needed a Enchantress or a She-Hulk there for numbers. For some Noom bars. Yes, older Spider-Ham designs could be classified into tech cards. Ones that hit 6 drops, or like when they hit a guaranteed Thanos or something like that. Absolutely. Look at Ben Brode putting a card in my hand that's useful for a change. What a gentleman. Don't you dare pork my Wiccan again. Don't you dare. I accept humbly and graciously. You think the card tomorrow will be any good? I would be kind of surprised if it was. If I'm being honest. Punished for not playing into Feast last turn. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. Could have played Jim Hammond out this turn if I had. I already had the Sunspot, so I probably should have. Alright, so I'm going to have 10 energy at least next turn. My She-Hulk's going to be free, and then I have 6 other cost reduction applied to my hand. Okay, so they go down to 17, and then they can possibly go back up to 18 with the Khazar. So this is tying Khazar, because they're -3 +1, and that assumes they play Khazar as their last play. Oh my goodness, Luna Snow cock-blocking Shauna is actually awesome. The Diva, that's all, folks.
Victory.
As one of the premier She-Hulk enjoyers for Marvel Snap, I am, this build's sweet. Let's take a pause for the cause, let some adverts roll. I'm gonna check out what bundles and stuff are in the shop, and then we're gonna play some more of this when we get back. Thanks everybody for hanging out, don't go anywhere. If you're watching on YouTube and you're enjoying off-meta Marvel Snap decks like we're always playing, make sure you tap the like button. Appreciate the folks that have done that already today. $400 collector's tokens. Try not to spend all those in one place. Holy. Get my free credits for the... Oh, I'll get my free credits for the day after I spend some. 700 gold variant. I'm so far behind in 700 gold variants, chat. Speaking of Ultimate Enchantress, surprised she's back at my shop again already. That's a fine piece of art. I just like it less than my Justina one. Honestly, it might even only be the third best. I like the Kim Enchantress too. I was gonna use a non-Justina one. I think I like this one better as well. Like I said, Justina's one of my favorites. Yeah, I think the Kim variant was a $200 store exclusive. Yeah, if I recall correctly. Jeff, why do you talk about politics sometimes on stream? Not just because of the rise of fascism in the United States, but because of stuff like this. After a year-long investigation from KFF Health News, they've concluded that upwards of 100 million people in America, or approximately 41% of adults here, are saddled with medical bills they cannot pay. Medical debt is one of the leading causes of bankruptcy in America. I often describe myself, even before the rise of fascism, as not a Democrat by choice, but because they're an only option. This should just be one of those things that it shouldn't be a left, right, or center thing. We should just all be able to agree as human beings that it is immoral and unethical that medical debt is a thing that exists. You should not get punished because you or a family member got sick. And it's fucking disgusting that the entire conservative party in the United States wants to do absolutely nothing to fix this. And the Democrats didn't get it perfect, but they're the only political option in the United States that has moved us remotely in a direction of making this type of stuff more affordable. One of the only major countries in the world that hasn't figured it out. We have higher costs and lower life expectancy. The classic quote, "You may not be interested in politics, but politics is sure as hell interested in you." Tomato, thank you for the 2.5 years. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Never forget, chat, the only reason corporations do not hunt you down and gut you and sell you for parts is because it's illegal for them to do so. If it was legal and profitable, they would do it without thinking twice. Curtison, thank you for the quarter of a year. I appreciate that. Welcome back.
Always lucky.
How does this work? It ruins Wiccan. Okay, so it gives me 1 energy on both turns, right? It gives me +1 this turn, but also next turn, so I'd be able to play Wiccan, but he wouldn't be active. Yes. Okay. Cool. That was my understanding. Good to confirm with chat. One of my awakenings out of being a conservative was realizing how many soldiers in my platoon had only enlisted because their family needed TRICARE. Yep. Guard yourself. Thank you for the 77 months. It's a real long time. Appreciate you keeping me around. I queued into end of turn. Why are you Enchantress and not Ghost Rider first steps? Unlucky, really. My goodness, could you even imagine Ghost Rider first steps here, chat? He'd be licking his lips. Ready to go. Things that don't impact me for 100, boss. It's really telling that EOT decks are doing well, but no one plays Ghost. I don't think that's telling at all. I think it's just, you know, expected that tech cards only see play if they're not incredibly narrow. The end of turn deck's one of the best decks in the metagame, but it's also, like, not the best by a significant margin, and it's not super popular because Marvel Snap's a really well-balanced game. Well, that's a huge draw. That's gonna shut Thena down. I don't think I expect them to commit a lot more here. Do you think they'll commit any more here? They're only adding 6, in theory. And something's getting pulled over to here, right? I think I like playing for all 3 here. The Great Web gets a little screwy with things. Retreating makes a lot of sense too. Snap here. I have Jim into Domino into Luna into Wiccan, and then Luna plus Wiccan will make Jim get pretty big, which is nice. I guess they compete in Quantum Realm better than us. Does that work with Jim?
Right on time.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Hi, his name is who? His name is what? You ain't seen nothing yet, gamer. You thought Jim was good with Pegasus. We've got the follow up here too. Yeah, seriously, where's my snow guard? Or my sunspot? Take either, honestly. That's a little punishing for burning the Enchantress proactively, but it is what it is. Sunspot here means we can compete in Quantum Realm, which is nice. I just gotta figure out how we're winning one of the other two. Need to top deck She-Hulk and or Galactus. Their hand is empty. They are just on top decks. I'm definitely playing Warlock out. Question is just where. Man. Now I'm sad. If we had either of our bombs, they just couldn't keep up here, but I don't think I can count on. I can count on them leaving here, unfortunately. Their deck doesn't have another big number other than Thing, so if I would have gotten a She-Hulk, She-Hulk would have put us to 29 here, and I'm pretty sure that that's good enough. Just can't. Drawing Wiccan instead of one of our 4/1 drops is consistently very annoying.
What are the odds?
Do I snap? I think I snap. Let's move Bob out. Get Galactus scaled up.
Victory.
Actually, I'm gonna snow guard this on one, so that way, if I need to hold Red Guardian, I can. All right, we can play it on curve.
Right on time.
If need be. Can't say if this is right or not. The extra cards from Triskelion probably means their hand's gonna be full more frequently. Assuredly, the Sokovia never bites us and it hurts them. Nice, nice. Oh my goodness. Sniper, no sniping. Sniper, no sniping. It was a Triskelion Invisible, but was it? What do I think of an extra turn? I think I'm into it. I think I'm into it.
Oh, snap.
I like their cooked deer. Hammond's it up on the left. Is he? No, I'm just gonna do. I'm not competing on the right either way. If they're staying, they must be beating Galactus in the center, huh? Well, narrator. They were definitely beating Galactus in the center. Oh, did they not activate Invisible Woman? That's funny. I guess in this instance, I needed to Jim here and She-Hulk here. We hadn't seen Juggernaut yet, but Juggernaut's a card that's pretty common in their archetype, so I should have been playing around it. So they win if they remember to activate their card, but I should have switched Jim and She-Hulk. Juggernaut's a reason to play Jim on the left. So they made a mistake, but so did I. And if we both play that correctly, we end up winning. Yeah, I should have contested the lane. It didn't look like that was going to matter because of Juggernaut. Absolutely. Hand for us. See how it goes. I'm so glad Juggernaut and Negasonic together on turn 6 is so rare now. Agree.
Always.
Man, our opponent's deck is just pure bananas. I'll snap before they see what ham hits. Try and get them committed here. Goodbye, Daddy. So their Killmonger is dead, so we might be making squirrels next turn. Oh, honey. Honey. Do we want to bear Sokovia instead of the Central Park? I don't think so. I guess I could do this. Is potentially very gross. If I win the flip on this, this works. Why risk it? Did you see their null just die?
I definitely need to change my underwear.
Insert Marvel stamps a skill-based game. Doodah, doodah. Oh, the doodah day. Listen, chat, they're forcing me to play my Jim Hammond Sunspot deck into Killmonger for my infinite ticket. I deserve this. No! I lost the coin flip. Won the coin flip that didn't matter. They were only 1 in 4 to draw death, and then they were 50-50 on where they played death. So it's a correct stay. We won a 50%er, but then we lost a 25%er followed by a 50%er. So that's what it is. Sometimes that's just how it goes. Oh, I forgot we were triggering Galactus. I guess I should have played this here because of that.
What are the odds?
This matchup seems real atrocious for us. I'm just gonna press the button and put our cubes in and hope to get a little lucky here. We'll go on to the next. Putting a 1-drop into here isn't amazing against a Killmonger deck, but their deck has a hardish time filling that too. I think we're on the plan of hope they don't draw Killmonger. It's a damn shame we don't have priority. X23 to like go middle here, I think. Giving them yet another energy here is brutal. I think we're dead, but like I said, I'm pretty over playing a polarized matchup. I miss Diner chat. It was nice having a place where we could play games actually to completion, where I didn't have to get locked in the room with a bad matchup for 12 rounds. flipped my fucking coin wrong again. Oh, that's fine. It didn't matter. They were bigger anyways. I mean, the Moira cards weren't super scary. There was a sandbar there. Well, we had a little bit of a sad end to this set, hitting a polarizingly bad matchup. I kind of liked everything else we had going on. Had a really good mix of proactive stats with Sunspot and Jim that worked well with both Wiccan and Luna, and then She-Hulk plus Galactus first steps felt real clean at the top. Domino in particular, alongside first steps, was really clean. Her being a 2-4 for him let him get to like 16, 18, 20 points of power very consistently for us. Had a good mix of disruption too. You know, the mixture of Snow Guard, Spider Ham, Red Guardian, and Enchantress meant that we had a chance in most places. Even in that last one, we weren't technically just dead to rights. If you wanted to hedge destroy a little bit with this deck, you could like try and play Cosmo in the Red Guardian slot perhaps, or you could swap like Enchantress for a different tech card that lets you interface with them at the top end of the curve, like even Ghost Riders, probably a little bit better there, but I also don't think it's necessarily unplayable to have a bad matchup into one of the B tier decks of the metagame. Marvel Snap's pretty diverse, so you could usually just go next when you hit that. Yeah, we beat the end of turn deck and a number of other reasonable competitive decks, so I think this was definitely the... Am I being honest? I'd mostly written this card off because nothing else we had played felt very reasonable, and this core felt super fine.